Hello everyone, welcome back to our platform AgriEdic. So we are very happy to receive positive response from your side for our previous video that is nematology and hope you all are enjoying the content. Some students have requested us to continue the nematology syllabus. Definitely we will try to continue the nematology lecture series and try to cover the syllabus which is prescribed for the JRF. Before starting today's session, let me introduce myself once again. So I am Tulsi, your educator for the subject entomology and nematology. Had completed UG from University of Agricultural Sciences, Dharwad, Karnataka, and MSc in entomology at TNAU, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. And I am the second topper in the department during the year 2021 to 23, and currently pursuing PhD in entomology at IARI in New Delhi, that I had secured 41 rank in JRF during the year 2021 and second rank in SRF during the year 2023, and I had also cleared ASRB NET exam in entomology during the year 2023. So coming to our lecture, that is history of nematodes. Today we will be seeing the history of nematodes. Discovery of the new things happens in the nature by the scientist. It may happen knowingly or unknowingly. Like this, we will see today history of nematodes. The discovery behind the history of nematodes, by whom the nematodes have been discovered and during which year. So let us start our today's lecture. That is, history of nematology has been evolved with the development of mankind. The earliest recorded were the parasitic large parasites of human beings. When we talk about the history of nematodes, that is, it mainly includes ancient history, that is ancient period, and early history. When we talk about ancient history, Vedic period comes to our mind. That is, during the period 6000 to 4000 BC, the Sanskrit word Krimin or Krimi has been mentioned in Rig, Yajur and Atharva Vedas, which are nothing but worms. And during the year that is 3000 BC and later, that is Atharva Veda period, Charak has recognized 20 different organisms like as krimis in his book Samhita, which includes mainly nematodes, arthropods, and leeches. There was a line in the Bible as, and the Lord sends fiery serpents among the people, and they bit the people, and much of the people of Israel died. The people of Israel believe that the Lord has sent the fiery serpents. Fiery serpents are nothing but nematodes among the people. Due to the infection of these nematodes, many people in the Israel has been died, and this was caused due to the worm, that is Guinea worm, which scientific name is Dracunculus medinensis. And this is all about ancient history. And here comes the early history from here. That is, in during the year 1656, the first free living nematode was discovered by Petrus Borellus, and that is Turbatrix aceti in vinegar eel. The first free living nematode which was discovered was Turbatrix aceti in the year 1656 by Petrus Borellus. And William Shakespeare, as you know, that is a famous poet. He has mentioned in his play that is Love's Labour Lost in the year 1594. The line quotes that sowed cockle, reaped no corn. This was due to the nematode Angina triticide, but that during that time the reason for the cause was not known. This was resolved by, that is Turberville Needham, in the year 1743. He took blighted wheat grain, later he crushed it and observed under the microscope. He used to see that longitudinal fibers connected together, which are bundled together, and when he put a drop of water, those longitudinal bundles are separated and tried to move irregularly. This led to the discovery of the first nematode, that is first plant parasitic nematode, Vibrio tritici, by Turbeville Needham in the year 1743. And the later it was named as Angwina tritici by Steenbuch. Angwina tritici is also known as wheat seed gall nematode, which mainly attacks wheat. And coming to the next after 1850s, that is during the year 1855, the first root knot nematode, that is Meledogyne was discovered by Berkeley from the greenhouse cucumbers in England. That the peculiar symptom of root knot nematode was formation of galls on the root system. And in the year 1859, there was a complete economic crisis, which was due to the cause of the cyst nematode, which led to the decline in sugar beet production in Europe. And the reason for this was cyst nematode, which was given by Scatched in 1859. The later it was named as Heterodora scasti by Smith in 1871. Scasti was given in order to remember his contribution, Scasti. And in the year 1871, Kuhn was the first person to use soil fumigation, the chemical as carbon disulfide, in order to control the cyst nematode, that is Heterodora scasti, mainly in sugar beet fields. He used carbon disulfide as the nematicide. And in the year 1887, Goldie was the first person to discover that Meledogyne exigua, that is root knot nematode, which formed galls on the roots of coffee. He was discovered this nematode in Brazil. Meledogyne exigua, this is specifically attacks coffee. Like this, Meledogyne is having many hosts. Meledogyne graminicola, like it is attacking rice. Meledogyne incognita and javanica mainly attacking pulse crops. Like this, based on the host, the name species changes. And in the year 1891, Ritson Bose was the first person to introduce, that is folia nematode, which was nothing but Apeloncoides frageri, which was attacking on strawberry. And in the year 1892, the first time fungal nematode interaction was given by Atkinson, where the cotton wilt was caused by a fungus, that is Fusarium oxysporum. This fungi has increased its nature along with the presence of root knot nematode Meledogyne. Its activity was more prevalent if it is present along with the root knot nematode Meledogyne. This association was given by Atkinson in the year 1892. Due to the fungal and nematode interaction, cotton wilt was more severe. And in the year 1892, Liebischer has described and discovered P. cyst nematode, that is Heterodora giantingiana on P. Mainly cyst nematodes are specific in nature. They mainly attack specific crops. Here comes the most eminent scientist, that is Nathan Augustus Combe, who has done many contributions to the field of nematology. He also described 1,000 different species of nematodes. And before seeing his contribution, let me tell a short life story of him. N.A. Cobb was born in USA in the year 1859. Before choosing his profession as a nematology, he worked in many fields, and after completion of MSc, he taught chemistry for about 6 years. Later, for doing PhD, he has moved to Germany, and later he moved to Australia. There he was not having any job, so he used to, for earning money, he used to sell soaps and watches. Later, he got part-time job as a consultant pathologist. He worked as a consultant pathologist, and in the year that is 1900 AD, he was associated with the experiment station of the Hawaii Planters Association. There, he used to investigate nematodes in the sugarcane fields. Got more interested towards nematodes, and later in the year 1907 he joined US Department of Agriculture. From 1910 onwards, he succeeded in the field of nematology and done many contributions to the field of nematology. See how the life of a person has changed. Uh, if you have a love, interest, and passion towards your subject, you can do anything. So, let us see his contributions. Like, he was called as a father of nematology, and he was the person who described the morphology of plant parasitic nematodes, and he also described minute sensory organs of nematodes such as amphids, dirids, cephalids, papillae, phasmids. These are the sensory organs present in the nematodes. You'll be dealing this in detail in morphology of nematology class. And he also gave nematode extraction techniques from soil, that is corp sieving decanting method was given by him, and some of the methods used for sampling and nematode sectioning and mounting also given by him. And he devised the slides, that is those are also called as corp slides, which is used to observe the specimen from the both side, and this also minimized the refractive interference of the image. And he was the person who invented camera lucida device. You know that camera lucida device is mainly used for drawing and measurement of the organisms, mainly for nematode. He invented camera lucida device, which is used to draw and measure the nematode size. He was the person who classified free living nematodes and plant parasitic nematodes and separated them, and he advised to shift the plant parasitic nematodes from helminthology, that is nothing, this is a broad term, from to nematology, and coined the term NEMA in the year 1914. And in the year 1980, he published a book called Contributions to Science of Nematology. And he wrote a lab manual, that is estimating the NEMA population of soil. See how many contributions he has made to the field of nematology. And here comes the important events which have been taken place during the 19th century. Like here I have mentioned some of the books and some of the chemicals which are used to control nematodes. Like the book Plant Parasitic Nematodes and the Disease They Cause was written by Tom Goode in the year 1933. Nematodes that are of importance for agriculture. This was the book written by Philip G. in the year 1934. And in the year 1937, B.G. Chitwood and M.B. Chitwood wrote a book called An Introduction to Nematology. These are some of the important books you have to remember. And in the year 1943, first time Carter has discovered the nematicidal property of DD mixture. It is a fumigant mainly used for the control of nematodes. And in the year 1945, Christie discovered the nematicidal property of one more chemical, that is ethylene dibromide, which is also a fumigant used for the control of nematodes. And in the year 1951, Soil and Freshwater Nematodes is the book written by Tom Goode, and this was revised by J.B. Goode in the year 1963. And first time in the year 1961, Society of Nematologists was started in the USA. You can see here logo of Society of Nematologists. This is an international organization, mainly works for the field of nematology. And some of the landmarks which have been taken place in the history of nematology were like this. The first time potato cyst nematode, that is golden nematode, and the scientific name, that is Globodora rostochinensis, was discovered in the year 1941. This was a potato cyst nematode, mainly attacking potato, and this led to the development of plant quarantine regulations in order to prevent the spread of this disease, as it is spreading through plant material. And in the year 1943, the introduction of soil fumigants, that is DD, was taken place by Carter. And this is a soil, as I said, this is a soil fumigant having nematicidal property. And in the year 1945, that is another fumigant called ethylene dibromide was discovered by Christie. I think this too has been repeated. And in the year 1951, Christie and Perry has proved the pathogenicity of many ectoparasitic nematodes like Ziphinema, Longidorus, Trichodorus, Dolichodorus, and Hemicyclospora. These are ectoparasitic nematodes which cause infection to the plants by feeding outside the plant. They are called as ectoparasitic because they feed on the plant parts by staying outside the plant. And in the year 1953, the first time burrowing nematode, that is Rhadophilus similis, was discovered by Soot and Ducharme, which caused spreading decline of citrus in Florida, that is USA. And this nematode is also responsible for the disease pepper yellows in Bangka Islands of Indonesia. There, out of 22 million pine trees cultivated, only 2 million pine trees were survived. So much devastation this burrowing nematode caused. And in the year 1955, Society of European Nematologists was started. From the Society of European Nematologists, in the year 1956, the first time Nematologica, that is in the journal, was published. This was later named as Nematology. This was the first journal which was published in the world. And in the year 1958, the plant parasitic nematode act as vector was given by Hewitt, Rusky, and Gohin. And the vector which is used to transmit fan leaf grapevine virus was Ziphinema index. This was given by Hewitt, Rusky, and Gohin. And in the year 1971, that is the nematode Bursa epilanchi xylophilus, which is transmitted by the insect and used to cause pine wilt disease in Japan, which has devastated the many pine trees. And up to now, you have seen the history of nematology which was taken place in the world. Now you are seeing history of nematology which has taken place in India. In India, the first time plant parasitic nematode was reported by Barber in 1901, that is root knot nematode Milodogyne. There is a chance of asking question like this. If they have been asked in the world, the first time plant parasitic nematode was discovered during which year, then the answer will be 1743. If they have been asked in India, then the answer will be 1901. So don't get confused. Choose the answer correctly. And in the year 1919, Butler reported Ufra disease of rice, which was caused by a stem and bulb nematode, that is Ditylenchus angustatus. And in the year And in the same year, 1919, Milne reported uh, wheat, gall, wheat seed gall nematode, that is Angwina triticide, job. This was the first plant parasitic nematode which was discovered by Needham in the year 1743. And in the year 1934, IR has reported the root knot nematode which was infesting mainly vegetables and other crops in South India. And in the year 1936, white tip disease was caused due to Apelonchoides baceae. This is the foliar nematode which was reported by Dastur. And in the year 1958, that is Molia disease of wheat and barley, which was caused by a cyst nematode, that is Heterodora aveni, was reported by Vasudeva in Rajasthan. Heterodora aveni is more prevalent in the sandy soils of Rajasthan, but now it is also spreading in Punjab and Haryana also. And in the year 1959, Siddiqui has reported citrus nematode, that is Thylacynus semipenetris, from Uttar Pradesh, that is from Aligarh soil. And in the year 1961, potato cyst nematode, that is also called as golden nematode, and its scientific name is Globodora rostochinensis, was reported by Johns from Nilgiri Hills in Tamil Nadu. And nematology unit was established in the year 1961 at Central Potato Research Institute, Shimla. And first time, the International Nematology course was started at IARI, New Delhi in the year 1964. This was the first international nematology course was held at IARI, New Delhi. And FGW Johns and Gude and Ruske were the participators of this course. And in the year 1966, Nair, Das and Menon reported the burrowing nematode, which is Rhodophilus similis, attacking on banana in Kerala. But in the case of word Rhodophilus similis, that is burrowing nematode was reported by Soot and Ducharmi, that is attacking citrus. But in India, it was reported by Nair, Das and Menon, which host is banana. And first time division of nematology was started in the year 1966 at IIRI, New Delhi. And during the year 1967 to 68, that is first Southeast Asia nematology course was held at Aligarh Muslim University, that is Aligarh, and IIRI, New Delhi. And in India, the Nematological Society of India was started during the year 1969, and there All India Symposium was held at IIRI, New Delhi. From the Nematological Society of India, a journal of nematology was published, that is Indian Journal of Nematology, in the year 1971. This was the first journal which was published in India. Nematologica is the first journal which was published in the world in the year 1956. And in the year 1977, that is All India Coordinated Research Project on Nematode Pest was started, and its headquarter at IIRI, New Delhi, and presently it is having 14 centers which is working for the field of nematology. And in the year 1967 to 75, that is 6th Southeast Asia PG training courses were held. Courses were held at mainly IIRI, New Delhi, and Aligarh Muslim University at Aligarh under the leadership of Dr. A.R. Seshadri and Dr. A.M. Khan. This slowly led to the training. Later, development of nematology started, and nematology as a subject started in their respective states. Later, the research nematology teaching research centers have been started in the state agricultural universities and ICR institutes. Like this, the development of nematology has been started. And some of the questions which might be asked in JRF is like, father of modern nematology is N.A. Cobb. Is also been called as father of American nematology, and father of helminthology, nothing but study of parasitic nematodes, is Rudolphi. Next is father of Indian nematology, that is M.M. Alam. So keep in mind, don't get confused with these type of questions. Like father of modern nematology is N.A. Cobb, father of helminthology is Rudolphi, and father of Indian nematology is M.M. Alam. And one more is H.C. Baisden is also called as father of nematology. And this is all about today's lecture. I hope you have understood the history of nematology. And if you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, AgriEdit. Meet you in the next class. Thank you.